everybody. Welcome to WakeUpToLife.tv with Kelsey
and Karen. Well, we're back and we're excited to be here. And in today's show, we're going to be talking about letting go, the power of letting go, and how letting go really reflects the love that we have for ourselves and for the other people in our life.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of transformation with my life right now, and all of it stems with letting go. And just realizing that where I was at is no longer where I'm at now, and I really felt that I was held onto like a helium balloon, someone holding onto it, and I knew that I was being pulled down every time I held on to it. And the moment I literally said, I'm done, I release it, it's exactly how I felt. It was just like, the sun was brighter and the grass was greener, and it's like, I feel great. And I didn't think it would be as magnificent on the other side because of where I was at. I had some minor, little bit of hesitation as to what this was going to look like. But now that I'm on the other side, it's looking pretty good.
Because it involves change.
Yes.
And so many of us are afraid of change. And, you know, whether we're letting go of people in our lives or a home, for instance, like myself, right? I mean, I was living downtown, and I thought, you know, Dan and I would be living in the core, city core, Bellin area for forever.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like, okay, well, we're going to be moving, and we just made a choice to look outside of the city, like 10 minutes or so, not very far, not way out in suburbia, but... And now that we're there, we absolutely love it. And it's just, we can breathe, and it's just, it's so quiet. And when we turn off the lights, it's pitch dark.
Wow.
Whereas in the city, right?
You got the neon glow.
Lights, right? And so, and that, it was a little journey in regards to changes, because it's the unknown. And, ooh, are we going to like it over there? And all these questions go through the mind. But it was a simple transition for us. We opened up to the possibilities of, you know, what are we going to learn about ourselves in this area of our life. And, yeah, it's allowing for the newness to breathe into your life.
And you have the attitude of gratitude as well.
Yeah.
So no matter where life will take you, you are always seeking the gratitude and the lesson and everything, which I think is another great secret, which is just really, no matter where you are or what's going to be on the other side, everything's temporary. So, and the greatness about taking that moment and finding gratitude, what you're grateful for in whatever it is in the moment, will transform how you see life on that side. So,
definitely,
you know, it all really does, again, stem back into how you perceive what's going on.
And then in regards to letting go of people, that can be a little challenging, especially when we've known someone for a period of time. But as we're evolving, we're moving up into higher states of consciousness, and not everyone is going to be following you on your journey. And we need to honor ourselves and recognize where people are, they know that if you're spiraling up and they're unable to, or they're just stagnating, or they just see life completely different than what you do, you know that if there's too many negative experiences coming forth from that relationship, you know that there's going to be time where you need to let go and honor them on their own journey. And the more you recognize that, and you're asking for life to support you on your own journey, and you create those values for yourself that I'm only going to be around people who honor and respect me, then it becomes a lot easier than the transitional phase. And then it's also important too that when you do recognize people who are not honoring you or supporting you, is being able to communicate how you feel right up front, because if you don't, that negative energy is just going to build up and build up, and then when you do confront that person,
it can be even more energy behind it.
Exactly, a little more chaotic, right? So if you're able to nip it in the bud in the very beginning, there's going to be still some energy there, because we're all connected emotionally, right? And we feel for the other person, but we just know that we're transitioning, and we might come together again in our life, but we need to honor who we are and where we're going.
And we teach people how to treat us as well, which is kind of in line with what you're talking about, and that how others come to you is a reflection on how you want to be treated. And so if it's coming to you and you're like, that's not fitting with how I like to be treated, how else are they going to know unless you either somehow you have to communicate that in some way to say, no, that I don't appreciate, that it doesn't work for me. And then it's like they can either go, oh, sorry, and react, or now we have to go our separate ways. And setting the intention as well in that how you need to be treated and how you need to express yourself, and making sure that lands is a lot of it, the intention as well.
Definitely. And just to give you one piece of advice as well is that instead of feeling that you need to confront someone, view it as approaching someone. You're approaching them, and also there's going to be people that you're going to be letting go of, but also remember that people are going to be letting go of you as well.
Yeah.
And we need to, when we are being approached by someone that says, you know what, I don't think we align anymore, and I think I need to move on. All we need to do is listen to what's being said, which can be challenging because we want to.
If it has energy,
there's energy there, right? And so, but it's really important to embrace what they're saying and honor what's being said in that moment, and saying, you know what, I've heard you, thank you, and I've got the gift, a wonderful gift in this relationship. And these words can be very difficult, and so it's preparing ourselves emotionally for these moments where we need to approach another individual in our life. And that's how we build relationships, is knowing these skills and practicing these skills every day.
Yeah. Well, and it's great how it works for me as well, is really getting present to the universe and the universal consciousness, and how it's always supporting me and where I want to go and what I want to do. So if there is someone that comes to me in my life and chooses to not be around me anymore, or vice versa, if I'm realizing that they're not serving me, I get that it's the greater consciousness that's allowing that to transpire, so I can spiral to where I want to go. And so sometimes I don't find those conversations as challenging anymore, because I'm very confident that this is part of life, this is part of the process. I have to learn to be able to let you go so that I can then embrace newness coming to me. I want newness to come to me. So in order for newness to come, I have to exercise the letting go as well, that law of duality.
That's right.
Embrace the both, the wholeness, to be able to spiral up to the next level. That's really worked for me in being able to just get that. It's not about me and you. It's not about us. It's about the bigger, it's what you are asking for in your life, and it's what I'm asking for in my life. And we're meant to let go of each other now. And on to the next cycle. It's great. If anything, it's empowering.
And the more you know about yourself, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, then the process of letting go, as Kelsey mentioned, it really becomes easier in your life. And you don't really have to approach too many people. They just let go naturally. There's a natural letting go.
The universe will support you in that as well.
Yeah, and so people will move, and it's great. But there are times where you're going to need to show life how much you value yourself, and that you're not going to tolerate any unacceptable behavior in your life. And it's recognizing your value, and you deserve to be around and have people who support you on your path. I mean, we're going to have people who are going to be giving us feedback and that in our life, and that's great. But again, that needs to be honored in your life, definitely.
And it takes two big things as well. It takes trust in that the universe is always on your side, and that no matter, even though you may not know what the next step is going to look like, the trust, the faith, whatever word you want to use that evokes excitement, is there, and just trusting that is happening, and then taking the courage to take the action to do so. And those two things alone will transform your life.
I just let go of a woman in my life, and the funny thing is that the moment that I hung up the phone, I went and had a shower. It was only a 3-4 minute phone call. It was very simple, very easy, very honoring.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and had a shower, put my husband on, sat on the couch, and I just turned the TV on. And I can't remember the name. It was a talk show. It was brand new.
Jill Deacon.
Deacon, right. And it was amazing because on the show they were talking about bitches.
Mm.
And they were talking about women, right? Talking about women who, they're transforming the word bitch and everything. And so, but at the very end of the show, because it was only 5 minutes I was able to watch it, but at the end of the show, she looks at the camera and she says, you know what, women need to support one another instead of talking down about each other. And we need to support one another, respect each other. And it's the only way that we're going to spiral up in life is having that respect. We don't need to criticize each other's choices anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
It's just wonderful that the universe is like, oh, she's turning on TV. Go say it.
yeah, you know that sign, like you just did the right thing, Karen, and it was
perfect.
Yeah, and even though it was, difficult in a way of, I've known this woman for a while, but I had to say what had to be said.
Yeah.
And so the universe is always there, showing us the signs.
Always.
And then once we let go of someone that's really dishonoring us, a whole new world opens up. Doors open up for you. New people come into your life. It's so incredible.
Yeah, and it's magnificent when we actually get to, if you are going through the process and just kind of doing that observer mode, where you're experiencing life, but you're also watching it happen. Oh, it's exciting. It's an amazing dance of beauty to be able to see the process of letting go and also this abundance. It's like, whoa, there it is again. The magic of the universe is always, always working and dancing around us. It's fabulous.
And when you think that way, you don't get stuck in your moment.
No.
You don't get stuck. You're able to transmute the energy of that moment within 30 minutes or so.
Yes.
And then you're on. And
you're on and life is green again. And you're like,
what's next?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I would love to have you email us and let us know if you've had any transformational moments of what life looked like when you let go and what greatness has happened. Because just even being able to think back in times will just get you into that space and knowing that the universe always provides. So please email us. I'd love it when you do.
And I just wanted to make one quick comment. I'd like to thank Dave for interviewing me on his show, Paranormal News Network. Yeah. And so we'll put his link.
He's got his link in the
bulletin.
bulletin.
On there. Yeah. Excellent. And so I have an interview on his show, on his blogradio.com. And it's called Law of Attraction, and I highly recommend that you check it out. And I want to thank Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
And all of you, we're here for you. So yes, please email us and let us know what's going on in your life, and we'll just be letting go and moving on and sharing with you important information that will help you transform your life.
Excellent. Thank you. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste.